Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Live on Wednesday night. Garrett Jings up here in the booth as always, bringing you coverage for MMS. Right now, 10 minutes to post one qualifying lap. Steven Scott Jr. getting us started tonight. Well, Steven Scott Jr. James Waring, followed by Kristen Miller. So Steven Scott Jr. on the board along with James Waring. Right now, bottom of the screen, you can see where the drivers are at compared to the lap times. Right now, James Waring fastest one through sector one. Steven Scott Jr. down on the apron. And right now, James Waring top of the board. Miller across the line. Third quickest, 54.426. Larry McDonald right now needs a pickup of his own. Well, this is out lap actually. Alright, now top three have posted a lap. James Waring, William H. Scott, Kristen Miller. Waring's time 54.329. Westmoreland and Kenny McCullough. McCullough already getting warmed up, coming to start his lap off of 4. Larry McDonald across the line isn't enough for the top spot. Survey says 54.618. Not enough. Kenny McCullough. Right now, just over 5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Right now, McCullough is in the ballpark to take the top spot away from James Waring. Needs to beat a 54.329. McCullough to cut the apron, and at the line isn't enough for the top spot. It is 54-312. Kenny McCullough, top of the board. Brock Westmoreland looking to be the next one to knock McCullough off that top spot. Westmoreland's lap time, not enough, 54-337. Third quickest for Westmoreland. Matthew Baker, Mark Vondell, Jeff Merck all rolling out now. In that order, actually. Along with Dylan C. Jones. 3.5 minutes, 4 more heavy hitters to come. Baker and Jeff Merck in particular. Well, Baker on the clock now along with Vondell. Jeff Merck about to take the line. Cody Niegels has rolled out onto the racetrack along with Nathan Harper. Dylan Jones had to come back in. Evidently reset. 2.5 minutes remaining. This will be the final attempt for these drivers. Everybody else who waits to about a minute and a half, maybe even a minute, ain't going to have time to post a lap. Malik Ray rolling out as well. We'll cover all of them in just a moment. Ethan Eckert actually snuck by us. He's on the clock now. Matthew Baker's time at the line. It is enough for the top spot. Baker top of the board with a 54-301. Jeff Merck. Across the line, Merck's lap. Top of the board, 293 for Jeff Merck. Ethan Eckert starting his lap right now. Niegels, Harper, and Dylan Jones all on the board. Malik Ray about to be on the board as well. We'll see where Ethan Eckert lines up in all this. Across the line, Eckert's time, 296. Second quickest for Ethan Eckert. John Ward as well, just rolling out. Ward may have waited a bit too long. We'll have to wait and see. But Niegels, Harper, Dylan Jones, Malik Ray all be coming across the line. Yeah, Ward slowing down. He knows he ain't going to have the time to. We're going to try to cover this rapidly. Cody Niegels across the line, 287, top of the board for Cody Niegels. Harper across the line, 298. Good enough for fourth. Jones across the line, sixth quickest. And Malik Ray, the last driver to knock Niegels off the front row. He does not at 295, and Cody Niegels on top yet again. Oh, I'll be damned. Well, with warm-ups away, we'll take a quick break. Ourselves, we'll be right back live for Talladega with MMS. Just under 2 minutes remaining in warm-ups. John Ward, Stephen Scott, the only ones that have posted a lap so far. Ward's 52.0 to Scott's 52.80. Or 0.80, I should say. All right, now 22 seconds remaining to the main event. A little bit of a small field on hand for tonight. Nonetheless, ought to be pretty good action. All right, the main event up next. 42 laps, live from Talladega. Yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and roll through the starting lineup for tonight's running of MMS, and it has Cody Nichols, Jeff Merck first and second. Malik Ray, Ethan Eckert, Nathan Harper, Matthew Baker, Dylan Jones, Kenna McCullough. James Waring and Brock Westmoreland, your top 10. Mark Von Dale and Stephen Scott Jr. rounds out the Fast 12. On down through the rest of the field. Kristen Miller, Larry McDonald are the last of the drivers who posted a lap. The last four up to iRace's discretion, which has Freddie Bazinez, John Ward, Joshua McCullough, and Adam Ford running out the field tonight. Right now, a couple onboards tonight. Cody Nichols starting from the pole. Really, a lot of drivers have. Really, all the drivers have cameras. I just like to select a few to ride on board with under the pace laps. Kevin McCullough. James Waring. On back through the field. Matthew Baker nor Adam Ford took the start. So I have all lighties. This might be a delay of the green, delay green here, but it'll get started on the back straightaway rather than the front straightaway. We'll wait and see. Eagles and Jeff Merck in the United Rentals restart zone. And yep, delay green. Adam Ford being listed officially out of the race. Matthew Baker now running out onto the racetrack. Alright. Jeff Mert black flag. Don't know if they're going to clear that or not. Let the field get going down the back straightaway. Matter of fact, they're rolling now. Officially underway from Talladega. Elite Ray leads lap 1. Right now, Elite Ray drops down to the bottom. Either Eckert left to pull Jeff Mert, Ken McCullough, Brock Westmoreland, and William H. Scott in that high lane. Top 5 in that high lane, as a matter of fact. Even though that outside lane broken up at the moment, can't say the same for the bottom lane as Elite Ray goes up in front of Eckert. Here goes Eagles right back down to the bottom. Westmoreland drops from the top to the bottom lane, and at the line through the tri-oval. Survey says give it to the pole sitter, Cody Eagles. Right now, Nathan Harper looks right down to the bottom again. Got Dylan Jones in line with him. Right now, Harper, Eagles, Jones, Elite Ray, and Brock Westmoreland the top 5. Jeff Mert, Ken McCullough, Freddie Balinez, Ward going to try to start that third lane. There you see Adam Ford already out of the race before it even gets started. Oh, and a wrecking big Malik Ray already in the Ware and into Von Dale. They're wrecking big across the start-finish line. Gotta be kidding me, man. Nathan Harper, Mark Von Dale involved in this one. Kristen Miller, Malik Ray. Pretty good damage to the left side of the course. Do see some on the right side. This is about as bad as it gets early in the race. Ironically, none of them have meatball worthy damage. We'll go back and look at it and see what happened all the way around here. Oh, I think McCullough misjudged. James Waring does get a piece of this right into Miller's lap. Good God. Look at it from the Raging Idiot Racing Network Blink camera. Brings you all the action from high above. There's a shot. Elite Ray gives Eagles a shot. McCullough pushing Merck and Bazinez. Bazinez gets into McCullough, sends him down into Malik Ray, and from there it is on. And nothing Malik Ray or anybody can do. Larry McDonald going through the grass. Right on board with Malik Ray. Well, all right, next one up, Kristen Miller. This is going to be a wicked shot. I mean, nothing he can do here. Pushing Mark Vondale. Can't tell he's a Chiefs fan. Not there's anything wrong with that. That's going to fall right into Vondale, and Miller's like, good God, that was violent. Matter of fact, Mark Vondale's on board. Kept his foot in it. Well, he did lift a little bit. One last thing, maybe if he did not lift, that little bit of hesitation, he might would have been fine. We'll never know. Well, big crash to get us started here with MMS on a Wednesday night. That involves Malik Ray, among others. Malik Ray still in the pits. Right now, Jeff Mert, the leader, along with Cody Nichols, Ethan Eckert, Kevin McCullough, Dylan Jones, top 5. Well, McCullough will stay out under this caution, but Jeff Mert, Nichols, and everybody else comes in. Jeff Mert win the race off the pit road. So Mert, Nichols, Eckert, Jones, the top 5. Throw in Matthew Baker, you have top 5. We'll re-rack the top 10. Kevin McCullough, Kristen Miller, first and second. Jeff Mert, Cody Nichols, Ethan Eckert, Dylan Jones, Matthew Baker, Brock Westmoreland, John Ward, and William Scott Jr. Or Stephen Scott Jr. Rounds out the top 10. On down, McDonald, McCullough, Bazinez, Mark Vondale, Malik Ray, Nathan Harper, and James Waring. Still 17 cars in it, some already having to take a fast repair or even repair the damage to the cars. We're rolling again. Right now, Jeff Merck all the way up to the third lane. Unsure what the reason was behind that, but Merck now starting to fall back. He might be looking, well, no. Right now, Ken McCullough. Out front, Eckert, Jones, Baker, and Miller the top 5. Jeff Merck went all the way from second to now in 15th. Right now, Cole leaves the bottom, but here comes Miller and Westmoreland on the outside. No help at the moment. Malik Ray, Nathan Harper, and James Waring trying to pull that outside lane back together, get up to Westmoreland and Miller. But right now, the two seem to have it figured out. Miller to the top of the board momentarily. Westmoreland and Miller drop down. Right now, Miller leads over Westmoreland. McCullough slides back to third after the restart. Eckert and Jones top 5. Malik Ray, not sure if he took a fast repair or not. He did not. So evidently, it was not a lot of damage, or he's already got it all fixed. Regardless, Malik Ray trying to fight his way back into contention here with Harper and McDonald on that third lane. Everybody else down to the bottom. Here comes McCullough, and Malik Ray is going to leave him hanging. I don't think it matters at the moment, because McCullough bound right back to the outside of Miller for the lead again. Right now, 10 down. About to be a. Now it's 10 down. About to start lap 11. 32 to go. And at the line, giving to McCullough again. Well, Miller's been hanging tough on that bottom, but there you see outside lane already pouring back up. McCullough, Harper, McDonald, John Ward has his name to the list, along with Waring and Scott. Them are your drivers on the outside lane. The field work in the back straightaway. 32 to go. Right now, Past quickly as the outside lane was already. Oh, McDonald, big save. Adam McDonald, Warren gives Ward a shot, able to keep it back straight. For the lead, John Ward. Ward right now down in front of McCullough. John Ward will lead his first laps of the race tonight. Good boy, John. Oh, they're wrecking again. Larry McDonald's involved in this one at 3. Stephen Scott Jr. got a piece of it. Under caution again for the second time tonight. What's up, Corey? How you doing? Hey, Baker's mom. All right. Caution out again. See what happens. They're going through the corner. McDonald, clips the apron, slides up, gets into Scott. Kristen kind of helps the 80 around. Nonetheless, hell of a save. Or really, gets the apron. All right, so let's ride on board with Larry McDonald. Just does clip it, walks up track. Heads up driving by everybody else involved. Well, second caution of the night. Can't get another. Can't get. Hold on, one more look at here. Right on board, just got it in now. Right on board with Kristen Miller through this. Last but not least, camera-wise at least. Alright, so lucky everybody else got through it. It does bring the field back in. With McCullough, Ward, Eckert, Malik Ray, and Westmoreland, your top 5. Harper, McDonald, all back in. Mark Vondell. Liam Vondell might be fixing a little bit more damage done in that machine. Well, just joined us tonight. Race recap, Ken McCullough, your leader. Second caution of the night. 5 official lead changes. That is the race recap so far. We'll re-rack it. At least the top 10 at least. Ken McCullough, John Ward, Ethan Eckert, Malik Ray, Brock Westmoreland, your top 5. Cody Nichols, James Ware, Matthew Baker, Freddie Bazinez, Jeff Mert, the top 10. It's been wild so far tonight. Some great action. Only 2 cautions to start off tonight. Right now, 27 laps to go. Be 26 when they take the green again. And right now, Ken McCullough has led the most laps at 7 so far tonight. Alright, McCullough Ward brings us down to United Reynolds restart zone. Rolling again. 26 to go. Great start by McCullough. Ward hanging tough in that outside lane, getting pushed by Malik Ray. Right on board with a couple of drivers right now. Right on board with Ethan Eckert. Eckert's going right behind McCullough. As a matter of fact, going to try to push McCullough out ahead a little bit. Almost gets sideways. Hell of a save, but here comes Ward on the outside with Malik Ray. Ward down in front of McCullough. Further back, Freddie Bazinez with Joshua McCullough working this outside lane. Third lane coming. They're going to take that third lane all the way to the lead, near about 3 wide. Right now as Bazinez slowly starts to slip back, Ward up to cover Malik Ray. Ken McCullough stuck to defend that bottom lane. Got Eckert, Westmoreland, and Warren right behind him, among others. Ward going to try and keep Malik Ray held back in the middle lane. Now Ward back down in front of McCullough again. How about Cody Nichols up there working that third lane with Bazinez? Drivers all over the place. Christopher McCullough to make it 4 wide. Going Bray Scott with him. Hell, they could go 5 wide if they wanted to. 4 wide again. This time McCullough hung out in the middle. Joshua, that is. Eagles still working that third lane. Malik Ray. Well, I was going to say Malik Ray leading that middle lane. Ward working the lane control pretty well. Going to try 4 wide again. Settle it back down to 3. Kenneth McCullough. Well, that time Ward not able to get back down to the bottom like he wanted to. McCullough now working that bottom lane. Ethan Eckert right behind him. Ward got that time. And here comes Malik Ray. With Matthew Baker up the middle, bringing Harper and Mert with him. Contact between Miller and Joshua McCullough in the back. They're able to keep it straight. Third lane, losing the momentum momentarily. Down the back straight away again. Baker up to that third lane now. Going to put Malik Ray right back in the middle again. Oh, Malik Ray. Woo! Saved it. That was too close to home. Going loud Ward. Right back up the middle again. McCullough fires back on the bottom. Baker still working the outside lane. 21 laps to go for Talladega. Right now, they're getting dicey further back there in the pack. Bazinez from the top floor to the middle. Malik Ray back out front. Of course, and Malik Ray has only led 1 lap so far tonight, but caught up in the earlier incident that involved him and about 4 other ones. Since then, Malik Ray has had to climb back up through the field. Ward not going to let him lead his second lap. John Ward has tied Kenneth McCullough for most laps led at 8 apiece. With 20 laps to go, Baker and Eagles trying to form that third lane up again. Malik Ray going to battle right back on the outside. With 19 to go, and right now the field kind of single files out for the moment. Well, double filed out, I should have said. Further in the back, Eagles and Baker. Unsure what the issue is between them right now. Almost a second off in jeopardy of losing the draft. They got it right back. Warren McCullough and Steven Scott going to try to make that third lane work again. Here comes Warren and McCullough up the third lane. Ain't never pretty good 3 wide tonight. No. McCullough right back out front again. Going to jump up in front of Ward. Ethan Eckert now left to lead that bottom lane for the moment. Steven Scott Jr. fastest lap of the race, lap 18, 50.089. Larry McDonald in the pits. Not sure if he's going to park it and it's going to be done for the night or what the deal is. down back straight away in front of drone camera. You get a great look. Ward with a shove from Elite Ray. Ward drops down to the bottom lane again. Elite Ray getting, well, not quite getting pushed by Harper. Now he is. A little bit of a tiny shot to the back of Elite Ray, enough to give Ray the advantage. Exit turn 4. They come down to the front straight away again. Harper, another shot to Elite Ray. Three wide again. Ware, McCullough, and Steven Scott working that third lane. They've been working for the past couple of laps trying to get it to find the same energy like they found before right now. Right now it's just John Ward and Elite Ray battling it out. McCullough waiting for Ward to go back up so he can stick his nose back down into the lead. Well, right now McCullough, Scott, and Waring have found something on that third lane. They're able to suck right back up to the front runners. We're able to. Right now the field spreads apart again. Right now it is 3 wide and as racy as it looks. It's actually, knock on wood, been surprisingly calm thus far tonight. Right now, not a lot of drivers forcing the issue. Elite Ray battling right back to the outside again. Right now, biggest movers of the race since the start. Ward up 14 spots. Joshua McCullough up 9 spots. Bazinez up 5, along with Ken McCullough at 5. They're your biggest movers of the race right now. Biggest droppers so far: Cody Niegels, Matthew Baker, and Jeff Merck. 13, 7, and 8. They're your biggest droppers so far tonight, but still a little ways to go. But time is winding down, and the patience for these drivers starting to wind down again. McCullough on the apron a little bit. Right now, Larry McDonald back out onto the racetrack. One lap down to Jeopardy, going 2 down. Oh, when? Whew. Close contact again. They got to figure out something to do with Larry McDonald fast. 3 wide is going to be tight, boys. But they make it work. Bazinez up in the middle, going to leave Waring out to dry. Steven Scott jumps up for the back. Right on board Matthew Baker right now, hanging out in the back. I don't think he'll be there for very long. Him nor Niegels both. Right now, it's been practically the two have dominated the race so far tonight. McCullough and Ward. Niegels, Harper, several other ones in the pits. Jeff Merck has spun. Entering the pits, there's damage to the back of that 60 machine. And that will pretty much be, unless there's a caution, that'll be it for Jeff Merck. A little too far back. Got it from the chopper cam. Goes into the pits. Jones got in the back of him. Marked hard into the wall. Going. Oh, Niggles got a piece of it. Jeff Mert rolls back out. Had to take a fast repair. Niggles as well. I don't think Niggles' car would have been hurt, but it's more or less the fact that there could have been damage that could have hindered him. So might well just go ahead and snap on the fast repair. As here comes the majority of the other field down. Ethan Eckert, Malik Ray, McCullough, Westmoreland, Vondale, Bazinez, and Joshua McCullough. Oh, that sludge is pretty much Dega Pros and Larry McDonald. Well, pretty much all Dega Pros. Except for Kristen Miller. Well, here comes Ward. Here comes. Oh, Miller overshoots it. Soto's wearing. Everybody is a black flag on a 33 for an unsafe pit entry. Don't think so, not yet. Ward is in. So far, no black flags given. John Ward down and away. Right now, 3x3. For what could be the lead. Nathan Harper leads his first lap. No, he doesn't. Right, they ain't caught warning him yet. My mistake. Right now, Eckert pushing Malik Ray for all he's worth. Ward, Scott, and Waring jump up. Onto a racetrack. Question is, how is Ward going to be able to defend this whole line here? Good question. He's not. He knows it. It's going to let Malik Ray and them go by. He's going to try to pull into the draft here. Hoping McCullough or somebody drops down to that third lane, in which they will. Or the bottom lane. 9 laps to go. Only issue now, I don't think Ward is connected to the draft yet. You look at the intervals, it is dropping rapidly. So right now, Malik Ray holds the lead. With Ethan Eckert, Joshua McCullough, Freddie Bazinez, Kim McCullough, your top 5. Niggles, Westmoreland, Baker, Vondale, and Harper, the top 10. Here comes Niggles, Baker, Harper, and Jones are going to jump to the outside lane. Right now, Steven Scott Jr. again fast lap in the race. This time 49, 5, 6, and 1. Well, Matthew Baker to the top of the point. Baker has not led a lap all night tonight, and at the line, Harper down to the bottom, give it to Baker. Matthew Baker leads his first laps tonight. Here comes Harper, who has not led any laps tonight, down the back straightaway again. If I'm not mistaken, Harper, Baker, and Niggles, all of them are running on the same team. Ain't got no I ain't got a way to confirm it, but I believe that's how it's running. But right now, 6 to go from Talladega. See Ward, him and Scott trying to make something happen along with Warren on that third lane. Eckert joins them. Ironic enough, Ethan Eckert has yet to lead a lap tonight. Right now, top three have all officially led one lap. Down the back straightaway yet again. Through the front stretch yet again. Nathan Harper looking to lead his second lap of the race tonight. 5 laps to go from Talladega. See, Westmoreland jumped up in front of Warren. Unsure how that's going to hinder it. Ward's going to fall back even further. Now that third lane's got more work to do. How about Joshua McCullough surging up to the front? Both the McCulloughs along with Vondale, MMS on the bottom. Joshua, Kim McCullough, Mark Vondale. Joshua up to cover Eagles. Right the line, giving Joshua McCullough. Here comes Kenny right back down to the bottom. Bringing Vondale with him and Malik Ray. Right now, Ward pushing Eckert in that third lane, along with Bazinez and Westmoreland. 4 laps to go. Down to Talladega super stretch again. McCullough back down to the bottom again. Ward, or not Ward, but James Warren got knocked below the yellow line, able to gather it back up, keep it straight. Ward away at the racetrack. Hung out to dry. John Ward will fall back to 14th. 3 to go. McCullough and Eagles. Well, Eckert and Bazinez trying to make something happen. Bazinez bails out of line. Westmoreland looks to the outside of Bazinez. Trying to form up that third lane yet again. Cody and Eagles. Right now, Niels has Harper right behind him, along with Baker, Jones, and Bazinez in the middle lane. Well, right now is an MMS, as right now MMS controls the middle and bottom lane. Joshua McCullough spearheading now in the middle lane, and along with McCullough on the bottom. 2 laps to go. Right now, McCullough trying to defend both lanes. Well, he's got security knowing that he's got a teammate behind him in Kenny McCullough. But right now, that middle lane looking very strong. Well, it's got Harper in there. Third lane pretty much no longer a factor. They will see the white flag through the troval. White flag. 1 to go, side by side for the lead. Cody and Eagles storms out ahead. Eagles down to the bottom again. Here comes Nathan Harper with Matthew Baker. Third line's going to get one more shot at it. Question is, how do you move Eagles off the bottom if you can? We'll take a hell of a shot. That's what it's going to take. Down the back straightaway, Ethan Eckert with a slight lead. They enter turn 3 for the final time. Eckert not quite clear yet. Westmoreland up the track. Right now, Nathan Harper side by side for second on back. What Eagles wants to see, but here comes the middle and third lane again. Harper, they're wrecking, they're touching. McCullough's around at the line. Nathan Harper will steal one in Talladega. Ethan Eckert, Matthew Baker in the top 5. Or top 3. Eagles 4th, Westmoreland the top 5, and Nathan Harper led. Only 3 laps. Have you ever? Yeah, a few times. Of a run tonight, pretty much for everybody. For Kevin McCullough, is a heartbreaking night to say the least. Led second most laps at 10, but will come home 14th after getting turned. Let's look at the finish. Actually, we'll look at it from the aerial camera. Well, everybody just right out. Remember, I try to make something happen. And at the line. Well, there you see Ward's 9 ends involved in a wreck. Look at it one more time. Well, really, once they start beating and banging behind them, that's all it really needed for Nathan Harper to get the job done tonight. And Matthew Baker is barely going to edge out Cody Neagles for the 3rd spot. Well, let's see if can't get Nathan Harper in the booth. There he is. Nathan Harper, Gary Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
You don't break even tonight, though, do you?
Hell no. I sponsored Ethan, too, so we came out of here with some good money. I'm fired up about that.
Well, take me through the night. Pretty much calm night, to say the least. Couple cautions earlier in the event. Really, what was the strategy coming into tonight?
I mean, yeah, Xfinity, I mean, stay up front. You can't, these cars burn up all the time. And, I mean, even before maybe before they updated them, I mean, the cars were still stalemate. You see a track position. We had a pit stop there, and I was up top most of the race trying to save, and I think it was Merck, my teammate, he was beside me, and they said, we're pitting. I'm like, well, I'm just going to have to go without y'all, but I was side by side with him, was able to get it back down and then lead that group, and then thanks to Dylan, he pushed, I think he got me and Baker clear, something, I don't know, it was a lot that happened, but without him, I wouldn't have cleared down, and then we controlled it from there, so that was a good team effort tonight.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a night. I'll ask you this before I ask you the last question that ends them all. With this type of package, really, how hard is it to make track position? Because, hell, we saw Baker and Deagles riding in the back for the longest time. Not sure if it was coordinated or planned or not, but then they slowly made their way to the front. And really, at what point did you and several other drivers know that the 3rd lane could be a factor tonight, depending on how many you got up there?
I mean, yeah, you gotta pay attention. You know, you have to assume what the temps are on the bottom and the middle. If they start getting hot, then 3rd has a chance to start rolling. So you got to know where the temps are and miss. If you see someone backing up and you're in the green, then you got to go for it and at least try to get one car down. So yeah, it all boils down to temps, really.
Well, buddy, last
to make the
question.
difference.
The last
Yep.
question I got for you before I let you head out here tonight and celebrate. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my team, Baker, for pushing me to the win. Cody and Merck and Dylan. I wouldn't have cleared without them. That really made it for me. And Ethan, we finished 1-2. Even though we're not 1-2, I feel like I have the best chemistry with him. I mean, it so happened to work out tonight, but I sponsored him, and so he made money. I made money. 1-2, and most of my team cash. So really good night.
Well, Nathan Harper, a hell of a job tonight with your win. I'll be going to Bojangles in the morning for a cheddar bow.
Shoot, me too, man.
And a bow rounds.
yes, sir. That sounds good right about now, man. I might have to do that.
Buddy, hell of a job tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Nathan Harper, your winner from Talladega. And with that being said, get Matthew Baker up here in the booth. Matthew Baker, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Oh, not a whole lot. Well, not really. A long 42 laps, but nonetheless. Walk out of here third. I got to ask, what was the plan earlier in the race? You and Cody both riding in the back. Was it try to save fuel or be in about the best possible position whenever you come on to the pit road for the green flag pit stops?
We tried the third there, and then we lost all of our momentum. And once we did, we knew that, it's too early to really be pushing it. And then we saw other people go up top 3 wide. So we said, yeah, you know what, let's follow the back, try and get to a pit stop, try and flip the strategy. We had, a little fuck up on pit road there. Merck got into the wall. But was a good race, with everyone else up front. And then just, we were able to get all lined up there on the top, all 4 of us, and push up on the third lane and get us cleared into place to control the race. But man, the temps were cooking that whole time. I think out of turn 4, pushing Harper there in the middle, I pushed him till I was about 280 on water and, I don't know, 296 on oil. So I should have popped in the triable. I should have popped in that triable, but we took the gamble. It's what the money racing is. It's a gamble, and it paid off.
Oh, that's a hell of a damn motor. I'll give you that. That's a hell of a motor. But, well, buddy, other than that, take me to the rest of the night. How hard was it to really try to get track position? We know these cars are like the trucks. It's extremely hard to make track position. I'll ask you the same question that I just asked Nathan Harper to go along with this one. At what point did you realize the third lane was ready to go? And basically, like Harper said, did it boil down to just who had the right temps and who didn't to make a charge?
It was trying to time whenever you'd see people clear up or clear down. If that didn't happen at about a lap and a half, the temps were cooked with how high the humidity and how high the the air temp was. Track temp was a little low, but the air temp being so high, it just wouldn't cool the car down. So we knew if you had fresh temps, you could try and make the third work, at least clear 1 down. And on the shuffle there on the bottom, Ethan was probably already red. So we were able to clear 2 cars down, actually 3, and really control the race. So it was a great job by all of them there.
Well, last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank night friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just a great job by Cody, Nathan, Dylan, and Mark there. MBG Motorsports, Baker and Son Construction, Coasting Thunder. Thanks to you for putting on the broadcast, and Kenny for putting on the race. Always fun to go back and watch and see what I could have done better and maybe improve 2 more positions. I love the car. Xfinity is probably one of my favorite cars to race. A little bit different because you have more of a gridlock, but it takes a lot of good teamwork and a lot of patience. You can't just push through like the trucks or the next gen. So it's a different style of racing, and it proves the fortune to the people who are patient and are able to take those pushes.
All right, buddy. Well, for Matthew Baker tonight, he'll walk out of MMS with a 3rd place run. Hell of a job tonight. Look forward to seeing you next go around, maybe tomorrow night next year.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. With that being said, last but definitely not least tonight, matter of fact, second, good old Ethan Eckert up here in the booth. Ethan Eckert, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy?
I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Did not lead a single lap tonight. Really, was it by design staying in the mix the majority of the night? Did you have anything at the end, really, or were you pretty much just bound to where you were at?
I mean, I tried to stay up there the entire race, and for the most part, I did, even if I wasn't leading the line. I mean, at the end there, I knew my odds of winning the race were. After I didn't get clear going down the back, I knew that my odds of winning the race were very slim. And Brock did a great job pushing and got me back up to second. So, I mean, I wasn't finishing there without Brock. So, big shout out to him.
Well, buddy, other than that, take me through the night. You're one of several drivers that did make the third lane work down the back straightaway earlier in the race. But a race like this, few cars with few laps, really, were you surprised to see the three wide action working tonight, or does it pretty much just go with the product?
No, I mean, three wide racing always is a part of super speedway racing, no matter how you want to look at it, whether there's 10 cars in the field or if there's 40. But the reason for that's just how the temperatures and pushing and everything works. If you time it right, the third will always roll. But I mean, yeah, it's never a surprise to see the third going as well as it did tonight.
I'll ask you these next two questions. You know one, but now I'm going to kind of switch gears to another thing coming up real fast. Right now, you're the only driver locked into the St. Nick 500 for HGR/BDS after winning Thanksgiving Hangover 266. As we approach closer to that, I believe it'll be next week or week after next. Where is the mindset at right now as far as the 12 team going forward? Is it just another 500-mile race to you, or really, as we get closer, is there any anxious or nerves at how crucial are these races that MMS, HGR, PGR all put up to get you ready for 500-mile races like this one coming up?
I mean, I'll be honest, it's just another time I get to go have some fun on the racetrack and sit in the sim rig for hours on end. I mean, it's gonna be the same. Gotta be careful for the first probably 100, and well, it depends where it's at. I think it's at Daytona, right?
I thought it was a Talladega.
It might be at Dega. I don't know. If it's at Dega, probably for the first 150 laps, just try to keep the car clean. Then after that, go out there and do what you got to do. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and really, any 500 miler is something to look forward to. It's something we don't get around over here very often, and I wish we would a little bit more. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you, the one that ends all interviews. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, big shout out to Kenny for putting these on every night. Shout out to you for broadcasting. Everyone for running. Harper for sponsoring me in tonight. Malik, Freddie, everyone that watched the broadcast. Yeah, that's it.
All right, buddy. Ethan Eckert walks out here tonight with a second place run. A hell of a job, nonetheless. We'll see you tomorrow night for HGR.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, final results for tonight. good as followed. Nathan Harper, Ethan Eckert, Matthew Baker, the top 3 podium finishers for tonight. Cody Nichols, Brock Westmoreland, your top 5 payout spots. Dylan Jones, John Ward, Freddie Bazinez, Josh McCullough, Steven Scott Jr., Mark Vondell, Malik Ray, James Warren, Jeff Merck, Kevin McCullough rounds out your top 15. Kristen Miller, Larry McDonald, and Adam Ford did not take the green flag tonight. That will be your top 18 for tonight. And with that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight live from Talladega Super Speedway. Getting confirmation last night or tonight. If it's either going to be HDR or BDS, regardless, there will be a broadcast live tomorrow night. I have all lighties. Okay, so yeah, so sticking with the same thing, HGR tomorrow night. Live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Midnight Racing League will be live at midnight from Old Atlanta. You can catch the action all right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. As always, and then Inspired Thunder Series to kick off the weekend, both Friday and Saturday night, then MMS on Sunday. As actually, hold on, as far as HGR, we're waiting for confirmation. But yeah, that's the rest of the week coming up. And with that being said, appreciate again everybody for watching tonight. Live from Talladega with MMS. Congratulations again to Nathan Harper on getting the win tonight. And ends a pretty long winless streak. And with that being said, I'll see everybody tomorrow night for... Give me 1 second. I'll see everybody tomorrow night for HGR or BDS, but pretty sure it'll be HGR. Regardless, everybody take it easy. Have a good night.